house of the family who built this house. His name was David Gill. He was Guyon's first school teacher. And he and his wife Margaret came here in 1818 with their children. The first Gill house here was built in 1855. While it was being constructed, the last of those Wyandot Indians, remember I told you about the Wyandots were along the Olentangy? The very last one that left this area happened to come by and talk to the people who were building the house at that time. And it was actually recorded, and a historian wrote it down. His name was Johnny Cake, big tall guy. And he stopped and spoke to those people. Then he left, went west, and no one ever saw him again. That was the last Native American around here. David's grandson that built this house. This is the second Gill house. And when they started this house, back then they never tore things down. They just moved them. And that Gill house was moved right back behind us, and it's still there.
Okay.
It's the house on the other side of the driveway. It's green now, and they expanded it in the 1920s into what's referred to as a Dutch colonial, and they put siding on it eventually. But that's the original 1855 Gill house in the middle of that. So right where you're standing right now, that original Gill house was here. I think we have a picture of it somewhere.
Oh, look at that.
This is the house that was here first, and they just moved it back.
And then in 1902, they started the Gill house, which is the house you're in right now, which is this house.
Okay.
Originally had this beautiful two-story column front porch, but it was designed in a way that they used to design houses in the Victorian period, in the sense of when you walked in the front door, you often had a parlor on your left and a parlor on your right. Typically, one would be more formal than the other one, and one would tend to be more, I don't mean to be sexist about it, but one for the ladies, one for the guys,
Yep.
that kind of stuff. And this was always the more formal of the two. This always had painted woodwork in it. We have 9 of these original double light sconces here in the Gill house. There's a reason why this house was never gassed, not gassed, but had gas. It was wired electricity from the beginning, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. It has to do with Thomas Edison. You would have come in through this double entranceway. Now, everything you see in here, all the decoration, the trim, everything was designed by the architect. His name was Camper. You would have come in, again, you would have had that beautiful double-story front porch with the columns, and you would have gone through this double entranceway here. I think this is just called hallway or something like that in the plans. Again, that's the parlor, and then come on in here. This, in the original plans, is called the sitting room. We'll see their picture in a minute, but the Gills had 4 children. Bloomer and his wife Nellie had 4 children, 1 son and 3 daughters. The son's name was Jimmy, or James, and this is James's and his wife's honeymoon trunk.
Oh, look at that.
So it opens, was gifted back to the house. This is This is Jimmy Gill's wedding tux.
It's in really good shape, too, still.
You know, they talk about sometimes, yeah, I'm skeptic, but I watch the show sometimes. They talk about spirits can attach to things in addition to buildings, whatever. So we have a lot of original things been gifted back to the house.
That's very nice that somebody would do that.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah.
Very important to keep that going.
So let's go this way. These are the 4 Gill children. Left to right, that is Mary, James, Mina, and Isabel Gill. Her full name is Mina Miller Gill, and again, that's her right there. She was named after Mrs. Gill, Nellie Gill's childhood best friend. Nellie Gill grew up here in Galion for the most part. Her childhood best friend lived in Akron, which isn't too far away. Nellie Gill ends up marrying Bloomer. Her name was Nellie Stewart, but she marries Bloomer Gill, and this is where they lived, and they raised this family here. Her friend Mina Miller married Thomas Edison.
Oh.
So Mrs. Gill's childhood best friend was Mrs. Thomas Alva Edison. And the Edisons have been here in this house. 1924, the Gills sell the house. They had started in 1902, finished in 1904. They sold the house to a couple named Dean and Bonnie Talbot. And the Talbots lived here, just a husband and wife initially. But then Mr. Talbot's mother wanted to come live with them. And what happened was Mr. Talbot's mother and Mrs. Talbot were not the best of friends. So they worked out a deal. They walled the house in 2. And they literally almost did this. They put a wall done right over that staircase. You can see where the wall is. And then they built a separate entrance so you could get up to the top from the front and never even go through the first floor. Speaking of mother-in-law, she died in the house. We have a no death in the house. Her name is Eva. In 1956, she died, and the house was sold for the last time. One night I did have freakiness here, and I will insist upon this until the day I die. I call it the night of the tapping. It was about 2 to 3 hours of tapping that followed people around on the floor and everything. I first heard it right there in that corner. I'm going to bid a fond farewell. Jane will take you upstairs.
That corner over there, we call that the grumpy corner. I don't know if Tom told you that Bloomer had a problem with the drink.
Oh.
And we think he probably stashed it up here. And he does not like women up here. That was a widow's walk. And there was, you can see there's a pulley. I don't know if my flashlight will hit it. Pulley right there still.
Oh, yep, I see it.
For stairs. Right here, crazy stuff happens. This was going to be a servant's room. That's why it's got the cute little window and everything. But Bloomer ran into some money problems, so it never got finished. Okay, now we come to my favorite part of the entire house. You can see this is under the dining room right here.
Yeah.
And it's down in the basement. It's very active down here. This is where I saw Johnny Cake. That's why Tom made the comment, your favorite, you know. I saw Johnny Cake. And he likes to play with the flashlights. Grandpas have gone off here before, over there, plus by that door. They've heard little kids playing back here.
Okay.
They've taken pictures and seen faces peek around these poles here.
Okay.
I've never heard anybody say nobody's gotten nothing. You know,
Okay.
something always happens. But you'll get EVPs, you'll get, you know, other stuff. K2s go crazy. So remember, in the basement, it's Johnny Cake.
Johnny,
He
okay.
loves the basement, and Jimmy's down there a lot.
Okay.
So what's Johnny? What kind of Native American was Johnny? Cake?
Wyandotte Indian.
Why not?
And who hangs out in the attic?
Bloomer.
Bloomer, yeah.
And some kids.
And some kids.
Some little girl by that door. It was flashing and now it's that.
It does that. Oh, it means there's a secondary temperature change. I think it's on the temperature thing. No, someone's there. Who's there?
Are you touching that?
Nice. Jane's like, hey, is that light supposed to be on in there all blue? No, it's not. But yes, it is.
I think that was something. You know why?
Is it?
Because if it was a battery malfunction, when I turned the temperature gauge off, it'd still be acting funny.
Yep.
And it's not.
So let's go walk
So
around.
something just touched it.
All right. Mother-in-law, are you up here? You want to try talking to us? Maybe we can get a little bit better information from you.
I saw that your sink was really short in the bathroom. How tall were you? I feel like she has like 9 living rooms.
Is this your kitchen? Did you cook in here?
Did you hear that?
I did. It's hard to say what that was.
Is there someone in the kitchen?
Kind of came from that way,
Did it?
but that's a wall, so I can't go that way.
Anybody here?
Oh, did you hear that again? I don't know if that's Jane making noise or...
No, it's right here in the fan area. Is there someone in there? What's up there?
What general direction did it come from?
Like right up in that area or up there?
I was just in there and I didn't hear it.
No, just started.
Can you do it twice?
I go knock knock.
2 times like this.
That's one. I don't think it's like the wall settling or anything.
See, now that one came from over there.
It was from a different area.
And those don't work.
If you're in this room, can you knock again where you're at? You didn't see that thing move, did you? Like that little knob, is that like banging on the wall or anything?
Mm-mm.
It's not that noise?
Do it again. That's over there.
It might just be the house popping.
Oh, now it's over here. Now it's over by you. No, it's over by here.
But just once.
Yeah, but it's over there now. By you.
Are you moving around us? I have a feeling we should go in the attic.
Okay. Attic sounds good to me.
Jill heard there was a big thump right by Jill in the attic. I thought it was her.
Oh
stepping.
yeah, that's right, when we were setting up. I was like, I thought, because I was setting some stuff up and I thought maybe the doll had slumped over
Yeah.
when I was setting up or something. And then I looked and she's still there. And so I looked at Teresa, I go, what was that? And she's like, I thought that was you. And I was,
Is there a bloomer up here?
that was weird.
What?
I just saw a light flash.
You hanging out over there in the corner?
Oh, I just saw it again. It's a white, and this time it was bigger. It's like it just goes.
Oh. Let's see if I can see it. You tell me where it is and I'll look.
Come on out.
Somebody out there?
Are you trying to show yourself?
Here we are, up in the attic. It's pretty hot.
Oh, wow, Jill.
Hoping we're getting some activity.
Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, something like that.
Look at how pretty that color is on that.
Let's see if we can.
Here, I'll zoom it in a little bit.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but that big bright light, I was seeing that through something similar to that.
And it looks like it has rainbow colors. Well, look at it. It's just floating up there. Like electrical energy.
Why don't you come talk to us on this? Yeah, I'm sure you've used these before, but if not, you just use the white noise to talk to us, okay? Is your name Bloomer? Oh, the guy said be careful. What was your favorite thing to do? Did you have a favorite game you like to play? Hi Teresa, how's it going?
It's going super. I want to go in the basement.
I know, that's where I
Maybe
was
get that REM
thinking.
pod to go off.
Alright, headed in here into the basement.
Hello? Is there a Mr. Johnny Cake down here?
Johnny, are you down here? We want to talk to you. Teresa's got a special surprise for you.
Something you probably haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah.
Here, let me find it for you.
You'll be happy.
I'm getting some K2 hits.
Ooh, Jill's getting K2 hits.
Somebody by me? Is that you, Johnny? Were you by me earlier? Did you set my little thing off? Are you doing it again? Can you come up?
Ooh.
Thanks. Can you come a little closer to that? This won't hurt you.
I did it again.
Thank you. Can you get really close? I'd like to see it to go all the way up, and I'd really, really appreciate that. Almost. You're getting closer. I appreciate it. I'm getting colder. So I know you're here.
Ooh,
Thank you.
very nice.
How far can you make it go? Can you just grab right onto it? I'd like to see it go all the way to the red. Pretty close. Thanks. Can we use this to communicate with you? Okay, something, I hope to God there's not a bug in my hair because something is touching me on the top of my head. Oh, is that you? Are you touching my head? Are you stuck here? You are.
Going nuts.
Yeah. Thank you for touching that. Well, thanks for touching. Appreciate that. Oh, you're still touching it.
He's not done, Jill.
I moved. How about you come follow me over here?
Oh, he's following.
Okay, well, that's great.
You have yourself a friend.
I guess.
It's Jill's friend night.
Yes.
It is my friend night. Okay, yeah, he's right there.
You want her to play some more of that music?
Probably mad 'cause I took it away.
You want some more drum music? Make you feel at home?
Unless I'm too close to Teresa. But now we're like going cuckoo birds. Maybe I'll just move over here. Are you gonna come with me? What the hell? It wasn't going off before.
Well, maybe not right by you, Jill.
Apparently. Are you following me? Thanks for interacting, Johnny. We really appreciate that. That was really awesome. Can we talk to you another way? Anybody down here?
Did you work here? Or live here?
Worked. What is your name?
Are you lost? Is there 2 people here?
4. Did you have a favorite food? Chicken. Did you guys ever do any farming here?
Sounded like no.
On the farm?
Yeah. It was just kind of distorted. The answers are getting farther and fewer in between.
Yeah.
Maybe they're getting tired.
Well, you can shut it off. Right?
That was way cool. We got some answers directed right at our questions.
So we ran the spirit box, the SB11. We did hear that there were 4 people and that they worked here. And they like chicken. So that's kind of what we got. And so it was pretty cool trying the 11. And we really appreciated that they communicated with us.